Hello, hello. Chainsaw Man chapter 185 came out today. It's relatively short, but I think there's a fair amount to talk about. So let's get into it. So the chapter opens by the aging devil doing a pretty big reveal, which is that he isn't responsible for the humans in his realm turning into trees. Apparently, human beings just do that on their own. So, he says that when they think too much, when they hit the maximum of their thought, they turn into trees. But the aging devil doesn't want that. He wants humans to live longer and to discover more possibilities, which is why he is sacrificing himself to end aging for humanity. But this might not be the best ideas for humans because we seeing what happens when human beings learn too much. They get turn into they get evolved into people that can only think about Halloween. So too much knowledge may not be the best for humanity. And there is also Makima's reveal back in like chapter 84, in that there are other paths to ending people's lives other than death. There are four other possibilities. So in this case, we can maybe assume that the aging devil himself also forgot what those possibilities are, which is why he's not aware of the dangers of extending human life. But regardless, I think from here it's pretty clear that Fujimoto's thoughts on immortality, not he's probably not a fan of it. So immortality maybe not the best idea for people. But this guy doesn't know that. This was the former finance minister of Japan. In the previous chapter, he was very, very ruthless, very powerful, very aggressive about living longer. He commanded even the prime minister just to do his biddings. But now he is sitting on his knees as a chair for the aging devil, begging for more time. And this is kind of a neat parallel to Denji letting Fumiko and the girls from his school to sit on him. It shows that even the most powerful people will degrade themselves and humiliate themselves just for their deepest desires. But anyways, Denji is talking to the aging devil, and I guess the aging devil is speaking in both his world and the real world because this guy was responding to him. But the aging devil says that Denji, what are you gonna do? There's no escape. And Denji reveals his grand plan. He's been running to make himself hungry. So I think most of the fans kind of guessed that part. I didn't. I thought he was unable to get hungry last week because that's what the other guy said. But apparently his stomach is also in the real world. That's why he can get hungry. So yeah. But anyways, he had Asa make a axe for him out of a tooth of the devil that he threw up last chapter, or two chapters ago. He uses this axe to chop at the tree human, and its intestines fall out. Denji then feeds on its intestines. Well, his intestines. That's a man tree. And here we get like probably a good idea of what Denji's plan is. Because I think some people are still kind of stuck on the idea that he's going to like make Pochita vomit him out, which is just not happening. So, from my understanding of it, it's that Denji, he ran around to get hungry first, as he says here. So that's step one. And then step two, he does that so he can get hungry enough to consume the blood and guts of the tree humans. He then uses the guts that he ate to revive Pochita through his chainsaw cord, and then he trusts Pochita to take care of the aging devil for him. And if Pochita is starting to lose, he can just keep eating more trees to revive Pochita. So he has infinite resources to regenerate. And as he says last chapter, this is his new perpetual motion machine, which makes a lot of sense. It's very similar to his strategy against the Eternity Devil. Only this time he is in a different realm. He's not the one that's actively taking damage. And the final step is to hope that the aging devil will eventually be overwhelmed and he has to release Denji and Asa and everyone else in the aging devil's world out, get them out so that Denji can stop, like he can't eat any trees anymore to regenerate Pochita. So that's the basic idea behind it, I think. But yeah. And then the chapter ends with the aging devil sensing that Pochita is coming for him, and he's actually nice enough to warn the public safety devil hunters that's around him, so maybe the aging devil isn't such a bad guy. But yeah, that's about it for this chapter. Pretty short. I think I covered all there is for now. Let's see if we have any comments for this week. This chapter kind of explains why the aging devil want kids. They would serve different samples to test humanity, achieving the ultimate knowledge. Yeah, my thing is that the aging devil, he's not going to see it. So I mean, I don't know. The aging devil seems like a pretty selfless guy in that regard. He is willing to sacrifice for the greater good. But let's see. Also, when as taking aging away create another sample, humans turning the trees sounds like a foreshadowing to hybrids who are immortal. I don't think humans turning into trees are necessarily like foreshadowing, but I do think if like the aging devil doesn't die in this event, it will start to develop an interest in Denji, because the hybrids, they don't age, so the aging devil can like actually achieve the whole, wanting them to live long and see different possibilities through them. Let's see. Humans turning the trees. Denji's approach felt like Eternity Devil. Yes, you got there before I did. Why would the aging devil fight the public safety house? It can easily teleport. That's a good question, because it was like well, I guess it was trying to finish the contract with the government people to eat the kids. Because I guess it was anticipating that Denji and Pochita were going to eventually agree to pull a trigger on that. But you know what? It's not looking too good for Fumiko, who is also there. I might be the only fan of Fumiko at this point on anywhere, to be honest. But yeah, so she might not be looking too good. Oh man. Let's see. Looks like aging devil can read minds. He knew Denji lost his family. I think it's more so, well, first of all, I think he like already has an interest in what's going on, because Yoshida or whoever contracted with the Aging Devil. Like they clearly had like a thing going on beforehand. So they were preparing for this. And also the Aging Devil can probably see through time in some degree. Because Makima knew things about Denji that she really shouldn't have. And, she's not. Control shouldn't be mind reading either. Well, maybe it should. But I don't know. These devils have more powers than we can comprehend, probably. Maybe Denji mentioned his lost family before. Could be, could be. But yeah, that's about it for this week. Short but pretty compact chapter. Well, I guess one last thing is that I'm not really comprehending how stopping aging is going to get the Aging Devil what he wants from humanity. Because he's already stopping aging for the people in his world. So it's not like if he stop aging for everyone, they're gonna not turn into trees. So I assume there's like another step in between that's not explained just yet. Let's see. Falling Devil wanted to make a delicious plate. Aging Devil want humanity to transcend. Are primordials trying to help in their own way? They might. I think the Aging Devil is, at least, because he's at least said to be friendly with the humans. But I think rather than like trying to help, I think it's more boredom, because none of them have ever died. So they've been alive for presumably millions, maybe even billions of years, possibly. So I think they're just bored. But yeah, that's about it. There's going to be a break next week. I believe it's also Thanksgiving in Japan as well, so that might be a reason for a break. But next chapter is going to drop on December 10th, I believe. So I will be back in 2 weeks.